Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Coffee with Craig show. We'll be talking about commercial real estate in Central and Eastern Europe. Good Wednesday morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Coffee with Craig show. We're in our last week now of preparing our newest magazine, Last Mile, which is our digital and interactive magazine covering Central Eastern Europe for logistics, last mile, industrial real estate. So if you'd like to be in this edition, please let us know today or tomorrow. Then we're on to our September events. September 16th, we have two events on the same day. We have our Coffee with Craig live breakfast at the InterContinental Hotel, and then we have our Back to Business cocktails. So, and that's September 16th. September 22nd, a lot of fun at the InterContinental Hotel. We've got our first annual OctoberFest event being held. Great event. Will be a lot of fun, a lot of exciting big beers, nice greasy food, and a lot of fun and great networking. And then October 20th and 21st, we've got our CEE Investment Awards. So again, a lot of excitement, and with all the investment going on this year, I think we'll have a lot of interesting things happening there. So let's get on to our daily commercial real estate news with Winston Norman, our editor of EuropaProperty.com. Winston, welcome.
All right, Craig.
And let's just jump right into it. We'll take a 20-second break, and we'll be right back. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the brave new world of Europa Properties Last Mile digital and interactive magazine. It's the only one of its kind to cover the Central and Eastern European region with 100% dedication and focus on industrial property and logistics. Don't miss our June edition. So welcome back, and Winston, ready for action?
Yeah, so the highlights from today's website, that's the EuropaProperty.com website, include a survey commissioned by Frontier Estates Polska. You might remember when we did this with them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They asked us to put it out to our database, and the findings were that entrepreneurs want to invest in city logistics.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, and so what they found out here is that last mile urban logistics are in high demand from investors and developers. And more than half of the respondents to the survey kind of indicated that logistics in that area, there's greatest potential for small warehouses,
right?
Warehouses with a significant office element as well.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And but what they're saying is that these particular areas are becoming increasingly difficult to source.
Yeah, find the land, I imagine.
Find the land, because there's this, according to Daniel Aponovich, he's the commercial director at Frontier Estates. He says that these land parcels, there's a huge competition from residential and commercial developers as well. Mm-hmm. For, as you can imagine, small retail outlets, and as you know, residential is booming at the moment as well.
Right, because they could all use similar size and similar location plots, I would imagine.
Yeah, so it's an interesting survey, and you can find more details on our website about that. Moving on, CTP raised 1 billion by issuing a dual tranche green bond. This was following the company's March IPO and recent inclusion in the Euronext ASCX index. Mm-hmm. So according to Richard Wilkinson, he's the CFO of CTP.
Sure, we know Richard.
He says this is in the second visit to the bond market in 2021, CTP was able to successfully execute its inaugural dual tranche green bonds. And again, we're able to attract significant demand from both existing and new institutional investors, with over 200 investors participating. Proceeds from these bond sales will be used to refinance the portfolio of eligible green assets in accordance with CTP's green network. And CTP has chosen to issue exclusive green bonds following its 2019 commitment to certify its entire portfolio of logistics and industrial projects to the BREEAM Very Good standards and above.
Mm-hmm. Wow, so big, raising $1 billion, that's quite a lot.
That is an awful lot of money. Moving on and staying in the sustainability type area, and Savills has forecast key ESG investment and leasing trends for 2022 from 36 cities around the world. And the global impacts from the research program kind of highlight that Globally, tech occupiers are set to dominate leasing activity. Offices will be the most popular investment sector. Prime real estate yields are set to remain largely static. And agencies are seemingly lagging behind others around the world when it comes to prioritizing sustainable investment. So just moving on with this, some of the key findings include industrial and residential sectors are expected to see that they're gaining in popularity. So they're expecting that yields might move in a bit in those particular sectors. There's increased investor interest in those sectors. Offices are largely resilient, and 97% of respondents declared that or anticipate that yields will remain static or even fall. And Fraser Watson from Savills in the Czech Republic, he says it's really encouraging that there's such a positive outlook to 2022. Obviously, the uncertainty of the last 15 months has definitely seen investors kind of move their plans to more conservative and safe investments. And the ESG piece is just becoming so predominant now that investors are taking it into their portfolios and into their buying strategies.
Right. It's like no choice.
No choice. It's becoming such highly regarded that it's going to add value to people's portfolios and people's stock.
Right. Well, even when we were talking earlier today about the tourist industry, they're also talking ESG. It's not just real estate. It's
I think
every
industry. It's across the board there. It's very important. And staying in the kind of green sustainable area, there's a recent article from the EBRD, and as you know, Poland is accelerating its transition from fossil fuels to more environmentally friendly substitutes, and the EBRD has recently financed two windmill projects in Poland, a cost of 60.4 million euros. And it's a parallel deal with Banco Santander. And Poland hopes to reduce, because it relies heavily on coal, Poland, and it's hoping to reduce significantly this.
Well, they're paying the fines every.
They're
paying the EU fines because they got a little bit behind on that. So
the EU is getting very, very hot on this now, and hopefully these new plants will help Poland fulfill its contribution to the EU climate and energy targets for 2030, which include a cut of at least 55% in greenhouse gas emissions.
Right. Well, that's a lot. Good. Well, we'd like to see that.
Yeah, we would like to see that, and I think we're all going to do our best to help.
And a few less people burning their plastic garbage would probably also help.
Yeah, tires and whatnot.
Is that all we have for the day?
Yeah, that's all the news for today.
All right. That went really fast. Well, everyone, we hope you've enjoyed the Coffee with Craig show today. And take care of yourselves, and we will see you tomorrow morning. Click here to subscribe to the Coffee with Craig show, and don't forget to share it with your friends.